Let's start. Let's hopefully this works. Round 2. Alright. YouTube, don't cut on me. Welcome to this episode on YouTube News. So today we're covering a topic regarding to the YouTube
Team YouTube and it says
There we go, it works. Beautiful, I did it.
as I heard back and confirming the video will remain down for insert termination reason and link to specific policies help center article. You can also read through the email sent for more info on the policy.
Okay, why is this doing it this way? Hold up. Switch my audio device maybe. Nope, that's not it. Alright, the audio is not working right. Whatever, we're just
The outcome you're looking for, but really appreciate your understanding. They accidentally just left this part that is supposed to be, filled in by basically another human, and they just, put it here. So now we know that anytime Team YouTube tweets at us, like what is this, like 80% of the tweet is just a copy and paste. And some people are saying
there we go.
Generated.
I fixed
maybe
it.
Is, maybe it isn't.
Cool, I fixed it. Alright. There we go.
But the point is that they don't even write most of the tweet. Most of it is just a copy and pasted.
Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Okay. Oh, there's my mic. My mic works. Hi, welcome to the stream. Let's just proceed on with this
Template. And the reason why this is an issue is because if I know that I'm going to be talking to Team YouTube and they
I did it. I got it. Let's watch episode 2 of YouTube News Update. Let's just get right into it regarding to what's going on in the YouTube world. I'm not gonna mess with my settings because I don't know why this works. Why does this not work? So we're gonna. Oh my God! Shut up on Discord. All right, there we go. All right, welcome to this episode of YouTube News, where we talk about YouTube Age ID, where we talk about the live stream have Age ID verification on Twitch now. Apparently, that's the thing, and we'll be talking about whatever this is, because I don't even know what this is about actually. So these two videos.
Twitch is not going to be just Twitch and Amazon that have it. They're getting. So age verification is at its breaking point because now they're mandating some stupid stuff. Apparently people in the UK now, when they go on Twitch, Twitch, one of the biggest live streaming websites out there, you're going to have to provide a facial scan to watch certain live streams. Where have we reached as a society? So basically Twitch is now going to require UK users to undergo facial recognition scans for accessing mature content.
Why does that cause that?
Content? Again, wait till you see.
Oh, is it because my Nvidia is connected to that? Oh no. That's why. Oh my God. There we go. I fixed it.
What they consider mature.
Haha. Okay, we're good. Let's try this again.
Content. Privacy advocates and creators warn about risks to biometric data, citing recent breaches like Discord's. Ofcom, which is the Office of Communications in UK, which is basically threatened to sue people who don't comply. They might soon prohibit under 18 streamers from earning money on Twitch, impacting young creators. And this is going to be applying to some gaming events as well, which is just wild. So under the new policy, any UK user wishing to view streams flagged for mature themes, ranging from sexual content and drug use to excessive smoking and gambling, must submit to a facial scan. This check is triggered at 3 points during new account creation, upon an existing.
So this whole thing is still going along with the whole age verification ID mess, because apparently the age ID verification wasn't good enough. Now they want to apply this for the streaming community, which is going to affect the revenue of every content creator out there, because they won't be able to get people to the 18 and under group into the live streams anymore. So that's going to massively be an impact for them. And it's going to impact the overall businesses of these streaming sites like YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, I mean, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, um, etc. So I don't know why they're wanting to do this when this is going to hurt the overall world economics. I get safety is a concern, but like they're taking this too far with the whole age verification issue, and this has been going on for months, and it's not getting any better.
Users first log in after the change.
Oh, and Apple wants to do a Face ID thing, right? Apple wants to do a whole Face ID verification just to like, what was it? Apple would want to do a Face ID verification for something on their phone, like to use apps or something. Forget the update in that one.
Or when attempting to access flagged streams. For Twitch, it's a compliance measure for users. It's a sea change in how they interact with the platform. They immediately got a bunch of backlash. Privacy advocates and digital rights organizations voiced deep concerns over the security of users' biometric data. Their skepticism isn't unfounded. Earlier this year, Discord, a major competitor, they're saying that Discord's a competitor to Twitch? Anyways, suffered a high-profile data breach that exposed sensitive.
I don't know why would they say Discord is a major competitor to Twitch when you can't even do. I mean, you can do live streams in Discord, but like, no one gives a shit. Quite literally, no one cares if you live stream on Discord. Discord is a competitor in more like Facebook, to be honest, just because it's more for like social media in terms of like chatting with other people. But in terms of competing with a streaming platform specifically, it has nothing to do with the stream platform area at all. And that's not even what Discord is going for. I don't think they will ever make it as a streaming mainstream platform ever. You can even like upload videos and edit videos on Discord and share it to the whole Discord at once, like you can on YouTube and Twitter, at Twitch.
Identification documents for 70,000 users. And by the way, it's speculated to be way more than 70,000. That is just the official number that Discord themselves released. That incident still lingers in the collective memory, fueling doubts about the ability of tech giants to safeguard such personal information. Critics point out that biometric data is often handled by third-party vendors, adding another layer of vulnerability. The UK government's limited response to prior breaches and the apparent ease with which companies can limit liability for such incidents has only intensified mistrust. For many, the question isn't just about compliance, but whether these platforms can truly protect what's arguably the most personal data of all, our faces. And it's a good point, right? So remember, when you do a facial scan on Twitch, it's not going to be just Twitch and Amazon that have it. There's probably going to be some sort of third-party vendor that is going to verify, through their AI technology, whether you are 18 or not. And as usual, the UK wants to take it a step forward, and they want to try to make it even worse. And before I read this out, like I say in every single video,
the UK is the first to do a lot of these things when it comes to age verification, and they're affecting the overall world and in terms of all these features. And so if we're gonna blame anyone for starting this shit, it's the UK. Quite literally, they're the reason that everything is happening behind all this. Sorry, UK people, I love you guys, but like the higher powers that do this shit, y'all need to like croak. That's it. Just go in your graves. Have new people take over your jobs, and maybe those new people will figure out a better solution than to leak people's face information and privacy stuff that no one asked for.
don't think that because you're not in the UK that you're safe. Remember that this whole Kids Online Safety Act thing started in the UK, and now it's in America, Russia, Italy, and all these other countries. So it's going to spread worldwide eventually. We have to try to put a stop to this type of stuff right now. But
Didn't they try to do that with the age verification thing? It is still a thing going on. I think it's still active. The age verification for YouTube is still active in the United States. Could be wrong, but
anyways, anyone who's under 18, if Opcom gets their way, they can't earn money on Twitch. So no donations, no subs, no paid gifting. And apparently the intention is to shield minors from exploitation.
boom, you just murdered a big population for Twitch users. Boom, just quit Twitch. Just quit Twitch, right? Just go on YouTube. And if YouTube does that, quit YouTube. And if that happens, just don't use any social media platform to like make video content, or better yet, don't do live streams. Just do video content, which is what YouTube is for, primarily. Twitch is dumb anyway. I haven't even watched a Twitch stream in like years, right? because Twitch is going downhill fast. They've had a lot of issues going on with the sites. They have less information in terms of like tracking your audience in terms of like the watch time and all this other features that YouTube has. And YouTube is more polished in terms of the streaming and video information in terms of the revenue and how it all works. You can control YouTube a little bit easier than you can with Twitch.
Grooming and online abuse. So basically, if a kid is like 16 and they're playing Fortnite, you can't donate to them or gift them subs because apparently that is basically going to be exploiting them, which doesn't make any sense. For people who are like 15 or 16, what's wrong if they just want to stream a video game and earn some money that way? I don't see the issue. And the crazy thing is, this might actually apply to games.
If that was an issue, they would have done it years ago. But the only reason that they're doing this is because whoever's in charge of the whole Broadcom bullshit thing, the UK, that's their fault. Twitch is just compliance. They don't get shut down there. And eventually, if it gets so strict, Twitch won't exist there. YouTube won't exist there. They'll just pull out because they're not making enough money to keep their servers in place. That's the reality. By doing this, you're literally threatening these social media platforms to not exist in your country. That's the end goal reality here. By doing this, you're threatening the big companies to just like pull out and be like, fuck you. Which they've done that with certain countries, but those countries, did that because of regimes. And like in North Korea, they don't allow YouTube or any social media platform because it's controlled. I think YouTube pulled out of Russia because of the war going on. And so, or it's very limited and strict. So,
Gaming as well. Remember, they keep using the broad terminology of mature content. So basically, any type of video game with which they would consider like extreme violence could be subject to this new rule as well. You want to see somebody play GTA 6? Sorry, buddy. Give us your facial screen right now.
You want to see someone play GTA 6? Sorry, bud. Go on YouTube where it's better. At least for right now.
And then we'll consider whether or not you can watch the stream. I mean, this is the point we're at right now in UK's whole age verification. And this article points that out. For British viewers, accessing mature content, even for blockbuster titles like the highly anticipated GTA 6, now comes with the price of a facial scan. It's unclear which games will trigger the scans, leaving both creators and audiences in a state of uncertainty. There are several petitions to repeal the laws, and they're being scheduled for debate in Parliament, with critics arguing that its broad scope risks stifling legitimate discussion and community building. They warn that
it's not about keeping children safe online at this point. This has gone beyond the safety of kids at this point. I agree we should keep kids safe online. I'm not disagreeing with that, but stealing people's faces, and if you get hacked, you've just leaked all those faces to the hacker that they can use. And then, like, for Face ID, they can get into the phones if they take the phone. Not that probably ever happened, but if anything requires Face ID, the hacker could just upload the image of the face and get on their information. Or use AI in some creative ways that, makes it look like the face is talking. They do have AI softwares for those nowadays, actually.
Well-intentioned efforts to protect children could inadvertently limit online freedom, suppressing everything from gaming fandoms to innocuous hobbyist groups. And as usual, what do they say? Oh, it's for the kids. We're just trying to protect the kids. That's all bullshit. We all know that's bullshit. Opponents countered that normalizing facial recognition for everyday internet use could erode privacy and set dangerous precedents, not just in the UK, but globally. This is the part that just kills me, that people don't understand this. Obviously, 99.9% of you guys are awesome and you guys leave positive comments and stuff like that, but I've read some comments where people are like, oh, you're just fear-mongering. This isn't going to spread across the world. Here's a list of countries and continents that require age verification. Most people think it's just the UK, right? Well, here you go. I'm just going to go ahead and do a slow scroll here real quick and keep it in
2020. See, 2023 UK Online Safety Act. That started in 2023. That's insane, bro.
mind that the vast majority of these countries that have age
Federal level Well, they didn't necessarily release that until like the UK incident. Then the US went along with it in 2025.
age verification, implemented them within the last 2 or 3 years. If you guys actually think that it's just going to be the UK and nobody else is going to be effective and this isn't going to spread eventually
Pakistan.
globally, you guys are fools. This is something that we need to keep an eye on and make sure that we are able to stop before it gets too bad. I mean, remember, just look at the UK.
Again, the ultimate question. Hey, wait, am I the only one here? I don't know. Hi, welcome to the stream, Joanne. My last stream just like went terribly, so at least the stream is doing a little bit better. Had a rough start, but we're getting here. And it's not really that interesting topic in terms of live stream content, but it is important to talk about this because the future of every content creator is at stake here regarding to age verification and all this. And I'm 100% guarantee you for a fact that what's going to be happening to Twitch is they're going to see a massive down spike in revenue, and content creators are going to run away from Twitch because they're not making enough money because of this age verification, at least in the UK area, right? Any content creator in UK is going to be like, it's not worth it. And they're going to start fleeing to YouTube. And you're going to see YouTube revenue start going up until, well, it happens with YouTube. Then people are just going to like probably end up uploading more videos than streaming. I predict that videos are going to be more popular than streaming in the future because of this thing. Videos by default don't really aren't that strict with age verification yet. So yeah, that's a nice thing.
At first, this was for adult websites, right? So basically, if you want to go on the hub, you have to give ID age verification.
See, that I can appreciate. The hub, adult websites, it's fine. But when we're talking about social media platforms, that's too far.
Right? Vast majority of people disagreed, but they're like, okay, fine. I guess, kids shouldn't be seeing that type of stuff, right? And now it's turned into live streams. You can't watch someone play GTA 6 unless you send them a selfie of you. Where are we right now in the world? And the fact that people don't think this is a big deal is fucking nuts. That's why I keep making videos on this. It seems like a lot of other people think that, whatever, the YouTube age verification thing, that sucked, but what else are we going to do about it? Well, guess what? It's going to go past YouTube. It's going to everything. Now it's on Twitch. Now it's on live streams. What's going to be next? I need to get age verification to open up my
Just realized I didn't have my little number here.
iPhone or something. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's crazy. It's insanity to
Yeah, I think they're actually doing the app. I'm trying to figure out what that was with the iPhone. iPhone age verif. I'm trying to. Apple. Here we go. Apple implements. This was just recently. Apple implements age verification features to enhance child safety. Bullshit. Allowing parents to set up child's account and control access to age appropriate content. But like, if parents control their devices, why do you need age verification features? What? If parents have full control of the child's iPhone in terms of the content they can access and what they can't, why would Apple need to add this feature? Age appropriate content categorizes content. Okay. Four. So young. I don't think anyone should be having a phone at that age. I'm sorry. I think a good age to have a phone is at like 9 or older. I don't agree with giving parents giving the child little devices, and unless it's for learning purposes, just give them a tablet. Don't give them a freaking phone. Get them the Leapfrog. You guys remember the freaking Leapfrog tablet? Oh, Leapfrog. Remember this shit? Remember this shit? So, oh, they're making a new one. Leapster Ultra. Oh, dude, I thought they stopped doing this. Yo, they still exist? Oh no. Oh no, they're doing Leapfrog Academy. Yo! Good God, they're still doing the same products. That was all. There's so many random products. Rainbow Learning Lights Mixture. All these little cute little things. Okay, so apparently they still exist. Alright, this is where I grew up when we were, okay, Hannah, I'm in the UK. I actually want to be a streamer. Then do it on YouTube. Stream on YouTube. Um, Twitch has had many issues in general, so I would avoid Twitch as a whole if you want to do live streams. YouTube has had far, far less issues. They're also a much, much bigger company than Twitch, so this probably won't actually have an impact on you in terms of the live stream age verification from the YouTuber's perspective. But if you want to be a streamer, just do it on YouTube. I don't even watch Twitch or support Twitch as a whole. And a lot of these big content creators have slowly moved away from Twitch. The only reason some of them haven't is because, well, that's their only platform that they use. They don't even have a YouTube account linked to it, so sometimes they just have Twitch. But because of what's going on, a lot of these content creators are starting to make YouTube accounts, and we're starting to see more pop up on people slowly swapping over to YouTube because of this thing. So yeah.
To me that people don't see that this is such a big deal. So guess what? If you are under 18 right now and you use Twitch, it will be only a matter of time before you are required to provide facial recognition to the website if the government gets their way. Yes, it is only starting in the UK right now, but so did this entire Kids Online Safety Act. So don't think that it won't spread to your country. We need to start talking about this. We need to start talking about this in law and talking about the fact that these are just major privacy concerns. Discord got hacked, the T app got hacked. All these apps can get hacked at any place, anytime. So the fact that they have all this information now makes them a fucking gold mine for hackers. The Discord hackers took all those IDs, man. You think they just kept all that shit and was like, oh, cool, I guess we'll just keep all these IDs? No, they sold all that shit. They have the potential to make millions, if not billions of dollars off that information. So the fact that everybody just seems to be kind of just okay, and it's like with age verification, everyone's just like, oh, it is what it is. I mean, dude, are you guys fucking serious? Like, we need to actually do something about this. I appreciate everybody who always gives me credit for and tries to, say that I'm some sort of martyr or some hero or whatever, but I'm really not. I'm just a regular idiot that has nothing smart to say, but the only difference is I actually really care about these issues and I wish more people would talk about them. So shout out to everybody who watches these videos. Be sure to make sure you guys like and comment on
Yeah, so what is this?
these
The
videos. Use the
Amazon.
hype feature if YouTube ever gives me that back as they keep
Oh yeah, Twitch is owned by Amazon. I totally forgot. Amazon is behind this shit. Fuck you, Amazon. Ban Amazon. Everybody favor Amazon. Boycott Amazon, guys. That's the solution. Hurt Amazon's pocket. Yeah, Amazon as a whole, from the streaming platform, is going to be heavily impacted by this. So, actually, Twitch is a very small part of their business. It's a very small part, like tiny, tiny. Amazon's much bigger. Let's see what this is about. I don't even know what this is
Team
about.
YouTube
Like,
and they claim that it's a human. And is YouTube in a lot of trouble, man? So if you guys don't know, YouTube and I
like
had a very candid conversation the other day, or I guess what I thought was pretty candid, where we were talking about a lot of the problems that the community has with YouTube. And one of the main things that we were discussing is the lack of transparency from YouTube. A lot of us think that YouTube uses a lot more automation than they claim. And
they do. A lot of this is AI automated nowadays, and it's gonna get worse. The big lashback that happened about 2 weeks ago, going on 3 weeks now, was false banning of multiple content creators accounts over non-compliant. Um, Here, let's see if we can find the video on that one, because that's a massive talk and what happened. I didn't get affected by this, right? But then again, my content is not repetitive. It complies with YouTube's guidelines. I've only had one strike, well, warning technically. And where is it? Oh yeah, I believe he's not banned now, but
As we all
like,
know, over the last few days, YouTube's AI moderation has been going crazy with false strikes, false bans, and they are just at the point where nobody is safe on YouTube.
yeah,
A lot of people are getting banned for scams and deceptive practices, and a lot of people are getting false strikes for no reason, including me. And despite the fact that a lot of people are getting their stuff resolved,
yeah, Enderman got banned,
like for
right?
example, my strike ended
This
up getting
was
resolved after I made
this is almost
a bunch of
over a
noise on
week
Twitter,
ago.
and
So,
this person Endermanch made a bunch of tweets about his channel getting falsely banned as well, and luckily he was able to get his channel back. A lot of people are still getting banned by YouTube. This is a guy named Andrew. He runs a channel called Old Money Luxury. He's just making videos about people who've had like monetary empires in the past, people like the Vanderbilts and people like that. This is
and so that's the current issue that's going on. Even YouTube doesn't seem to know why people are getting banned. And so they have to do manual review checks and unban these big channels and small channels. Yeah, I have. Yeah, it was for this one video that active community guideline strike warning. My first one ever in my channel life for this one channel. I've in my entire lifetime of streaming, I've only had one strike, two warnings, and yeah, in my entire channel life history. And the last one that had like what took like was a massive warning or also a strike that affected my channel from like making money. And this was before this channel, right? This is my first channel that I had that deleted because of controversial stuff and drama, and so I wanted to start new, so I started cooking channel, and a year later I started this channel. So but yeah, this is my second warning in my entire time of doing YouTube in the going on 8 years. No strike though. So I'm trying to wait. So I'm trying to wait until this dies down, right? So I don't get affected again. Because the next one is gonna have an impact in my channel, and I can't upload for a week. And yeah, I'm just trying to die down. So let's get on to what this is about because I don't know what
and a lot of the
this
automation that we
one's
think they
about
can
yet.
use is actually on Twitter. We think that there's a lot of replies they make, which are AI generated. We don't really believe that there's a real person on the other side of the screen. And there was a YouTube employee who I talked to who vehemently insisted to me, like, trust me, dude, it's always a human on the other side of the screen. We have never, ever, ever used AI generated responses on X. We don't plan to. And
On X, yeah, I don't know if they do or not. It'd be interesting.
And, we send like 10,000 plus messages a week. So sometimes we have to use, the same playbooks and stuff like that. Well, they just accidentally revealed exactly what type of playbook that they're using. Woke up this morning to a tweet from Endermanch, and he basically said they will 100% delete the tweet. So that's an oopsie that happened here. And the tweet is from Team YouTube, and it says, heard back and confirming the video will remain down for insert termination reason and link to specific policies help center article. You can also read through the email sent for more info on the policy. We know this wasn't the outcome you're looking for, but really appreciate your understanding.
No, I don't think it's AI generated, right? But they reply with the same response over and over, which is kind of making it less likely it's a human effort.
They accidentally just
Oh
left this part that is supposed to
no.
be, filled in by basically another human, and they just, put it here. So now we know that anytime Team YouTube tweets at us, like what is this, like 80% of the tweet is just a copy and paste. And some people are saying it's AI generated. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but the point is
I don't think No, I don't think it's AI generated necessarily just because of this. I think it's still human generated, but the insert termination reason and link to specific policy, it's repetitive, so it makes it look like it's AI generated. I do think humans have to actually insert this.
that they don't even write most of the tweet. Most of it is just a copy and pasted template. And the reason why this is an issue is because if I know that I'm going to be talking to Team YouTube and they claim that it's a human, and like 90% of the tweet is just a template that they already have written down, they're not going to say anything unique to my situation, then obviously that's going to make me think that Team YouTube and YouTube in general just uses bots. And if it
Yeah.
didn't make the YouTube look guilty enough, they actually deleted the tweet. So, oh,
That does not help. That does not help the case at all. What they need to do was get behind that tweet and explain as to reason why it's like that, instead of just deleting the tweet in general. Especially with the big company. Now it makes them look guilty and potentially using AI as the main form, or worse. That was a terrible idea. Hi, Salty Pretzel. Welcome to the stream. That's not how a giant company should have handled that.
oh my gosh, this is just not a good look at all from YouTube. And I did see a lot of people making the argument, like I said before, that this is like an AI generated response. I don't know if it is or isn't. I'm sure there's a way to kind of like check or confirm. But what the point is and what we should be focusing on is YouTube was really trying to convince me specifically, like, hey, listen, it actually, this person said themselves, it actually makes them sad as someone who's worked at YouTube for years that a lot of people think that YouTube just uses bots on everything. When in reality, they are just, according to them, just using the same playbook and stuff like that, and example responses that people can pull from and stuff. Well, how are you going to be surprised that we think that you guys are bots when 80 to 90% of your tweet is just some sort of copy and pasted template? And then you guys deleted it, and obviously that makes you guys look even worse because now
Yeah, this is what I basically got, Ashley. So,
it feels like we caught you guys doing something that you weren't supposed to be
well, when I got my first warning, I was trying to appeal it, and YouTube was like, gave me this response bullshit. So,
doing. Maybe they remade that tweet and fixed this part of it, but here's another problem. They've actually been doing this for years. So Enderman, who is also called out YouTube before, he made a tweet like 10 days ago saying YouTube is openly lying about a human being on the other side of the screen. You can verify whether it's an actual human from YouTube team or AI talking to you based on the tweet source device. Sprinkler is the AI agent they are using to seed false hope into you. And he pointed out when Team YouTube is like, oh, hi human here, Sprinkler Care will be showing up over here, and that is an AI contact center thing. Here's
oh, interesting. I didn't know
There's
that.
another one where they tweet from the official web app, but YouTube did actually have an explanation for this where they said, you're right that we use Sprinkler. We need a tool to help us organize the thousands and thousands of mentions we get every day. Sometimes we reply directly through X, which is why you see different sources, but it's always a person, never an AI agent. If our replies sometimes feel
Now, what I will say for a fact here, and I know this because a person that I know that used to help me with this channel, if you guys actually do this real quick, chat with creator support, this is 100% AI generated. 100%. This is not a real human. This is just full on bot, and anytime you have questions, it will be AI generated. Now, that's not necessarily the case when you have 100K subs. You will have your own personal YouTube support at that point, but this part AI generator. Just to let you know. And I have a friend that knows how this stuff works, so yeah. Don't rely on this. Now, if the question is serious enough, what I've had happen is like if there is a question regarding to safety on a content creators or some content creator did something bad, and you actually get deep into this, they will actually get a real live representative eventually, and because you can send stuff on here, like links and images, they will eventually get to the actual like information you're trying to get to, but that may not be for a week or two. Until then, it will be AI that will give the information to the humans. So just because it's AI generated does not mean that the human side won't get the information. They may not, and they may not respond back. So it's a hit miss. But if you want to report someone and get their channel down real quickly, if you have information that is urgent, this is a good way of getting it done quicker. Just like if I were to report his channel, nothing would happen unless I had the evidence and I went here and just like share the evidence. So that's how you actually take a quicker effect on taking someone's channel down. that a human will get eventually.
Repetitive is because we get a lot of similar questions. Still, we never want to sound robotic. We've shared your post and feedback with the entire team as a reminder. So remember, they shared the post and feedback on November 7th, and they just said word for word that they don't want to sound robotic. But now we have found this tweet from today, this morning, where they don't want to sound robotic, but they just use a copy and pasted tweet that they have been sending to everybody. And we have also found a lot of proof. Shout out to everybody.
How does that get passed by YouTube? That's my question. How do they just like... I'm sure someone got reprimanded for that one.
I'm about to show on screen that they have been using these tweets for years. Here's a tweet from May of this year, so about 6 months ago, where they are still using the exact same thing. It is the exact same tweet that Enderman showed, word for word, the exact same thing. So when they give you like that false consolation at the end, just remember that this isn't like a human being typing that out and giving you like a sincere, appreciation for your understanding. It's copy and pasted, and it's been done so for years. Here's
That part makes it look like YouTube doesn't give a shit about its own content creators. I get why YouTube does it, because they can't manually type out every single individual message to every single content creator that has questions. That's literally tens of thousands, if not more, content creators that send questions to YouTube. And they just don't have the time. So, as unsincere as their apologies or their end responses, you have to realize YouTube is working with millions of content creators, and they get too much, and they don't have enough staff to actually respond to each individual one personally. That's impossible. This is weird. And yeah, I'm in America. Yes, 4:53, and oh yeah, you're like 5 hours ahead.
There's a tweet that somebody else found where it's pretty much saying the exact same thing, except they changed a few things over here from 2023, so 2 years ago. Our policy team confirmed the determination was correct. You can read through this article for more info on insert policy name here, policy that led to this decision, link to specific policy article in HC. Appreciate your understanding of our need to make this tough call.
You also have to realize they're a business. So every single business has pre-designated scripts for them to like say to like people. And it's more also to prevent them from getting into legal trouble or answer bulk questions or like avoid certain questions. So a lot of this is pre-generated script that they still have to type in the policy and all that stuff, but the rest of this is just, you know, to fill in the gaps that they don't have control in changing. Who the YouTube CEO makes these decisions. If you want to blame them, blame the YouTube CEO.
It just sounds so disingenuous when you really realize that the only parts of the tweet that could actually be from a real human is going to be the policy name and the link to the policy article, which are two things that someone doesn't have to think about when they can just copy and paste the policy name here, copy and paste a specific link here. So literally, when you think about it, none of this was actually written by like a human being per se. No one actually sat down and typed out this tweet to you. They are actually just copy and pasting every single aspect of the tweet, and then they claim that they want to sound genuine and that it hurts them that we think that they're bots and stuff like that. But what else are we supposed to think when your entire tweet is just copy and pasted? Think that's bad enough? No, we actually have tweets that were going back to 2022. Our policy team confirmed the determination was correct. We suggest reading through this article for more info on insert policy name here, policy that led to this decision, link, appreciate your understanding of our need to make this tough call. December 2nd, 2022, man. Here's another one from today where they're doing the exact same thing, except this time the channel was in violation of our X policy. Huh? What? I mean, do you mean X as in like this is a variable, or are you trying to say X as in the website that we're using right now? Elon Musk, you slide in came YouTube a few million to moderate your website too? I mean, he already pays people to play video games for him so he can look cool and show everybody his high level account, but that's a different matter. This seems to be another error in
I hope that's not the case. Elon Musk paying YouTube to switch this. YouTube would have no actual standing on Twitch unless Elon Musk is like, hey, yeah, YouTube, you can moderate Twitch now. That'd be crazy. They also don't have time, nor do they care about it, to be honest. Mandy, welcome to the stream. How you doing?
In YouTube where they just copy and pasted this response and they forgot to take out this part of it. I mean, this is just not a good look from YouTube at all. And a lot of these tweets are surfacing today. Like I said, I woke up this morning and I saw that tweet from Endermatch and I was like, man, this is just a really, really bad look, man. And it's a shame because, you know, I don't want to discredit this person who was talking to me, if it even was a person. You know, for this full DM conversation, be sure to go check out this video on my channel. YouTube finally comes clean for the full DM conversation. But regardless, they really did seem genuine to me. It really seemed like they were sad.
I think these type of responses, you know, these are human. As long as you can just do bot on this. This would be way too. I guess you could do an AI bot, but like, this feels way too complicated. And like, this part, the little apostrophes.
That they were being identified as a bot by most of the community. They seem sad that a lot of people think that the responses on YouTube and Twitter are always so robotic. But what else are we supposed to think when we are really looking at copy and pasted responses here? I was telling this person this in the DMs as well, and you guys can see that in the full conversation in the other video, that I was telling them, you know, you guys are whoever is talking to me right now, you guys are speaking so authentically that I'm actually, you know, wondering whether you're a bot or not. That's a good thing.
I'm glad you're doing good. Again, guys, you have to remember that YouTube is a business and they're handling millions and millions of clients. You know? So you can't really fault YouTube for doing this stuff. And to be honest, I can't believe people are starting to just realize YouTube does copy and paste response. Even I knew that. As a business, you have to do that with large clients to keep consistent, same answers. Again, it's also to prevent any questions or doubts on the YouTube's backend and to also prevent from lawsuits appearing up. A lot of these are broad like answers and indirect answers that may not lead you to a response, but again, they're a business. So they're going to do that, especially with large clientele. If it was like, if I start a new company and I only have to deal with, you know, 50 to 100 clients, I could generate those responses manually. But when you're dealing with this large clientele, you don't have the time. It's inefficient to type individual responses to individual people. And YouTube doesn't have the time nor the money to hire those people to do that. So this is a safe cost measure to prevent that. And so, yeah, I don't know. This isn't as bad as I thought it would be, to be honest. But yeah. And I think this was the other one regarding to their. Is this the AI
Well, then
thing?
how the hell are channels like wave that's been happening over the last few weeks, both with this YouTube employee over here and an official team YouTube response? And I'll be honest, I'm
Oh,
pretty
this is the whole false termination.
disappointed. Those of you guys that don't know, Team YouTube's AI moderation has been banning creators left and right, and a lot
Bye, Joanne. Thank you for joining.
of them are tech creators, and a lot of them were getting banned for being falsely associated with another foreign channel. A lot of people were getting false community guideline strikes as well, such as myself. Certain YouTubers have been able to get their channels back, like Endermatch, but a lot of other people are still struggling to get their channels back. And the people who have got their channels back, like the people I'm showing on screen, had to actually fight and claw for weeks to get their channels back. And then YouTube finally, after reviewing it multiple times, finally said, yeah, I guess, you know, I guess your channel's okay. So despite the fact that they basically went ahead and banned or struck our channels, made a mistake, retracted that mistake, they still are saying that, hey, we didn't have any sort of bug or glitch at all. So without further review, let's go ahead and listen to the video response first, and then we'll get into YouTube's actual official statement.
I'm being tagged in a lot of questions and comments about content moderation right now, and so is Team YouTube. We see it, we feel it, we take it super seriously, and
It's not affecting your pocketbooks, though. Well, it is, but like, not your personal pocketbooks. So you can't really feel, I guess, for them.
we want to address it. This past week, Team YouTube has been working with Trust and Safety to review hundreds of your social posts and YouTube channels beyond even the typical workflows. To be clear, the vast majority of termination decisions were upheld, with only a handful of nuanced cases being overturned. It's also been confirmed there were no bugs or known issues with the systems.
So I'm gonna let you finish, but again, that just doesn't make any sense. If there was no bugs with the system, then you
My question is, if this was a mass termination on a large scale, how does that happen? Especially if it's done through AI. Like, how are you controlling AI and telling that, oh, this channel is now no longer sufficient when they've been uploading for years and all of a sudden they get terminated out of randomness? You don't think that's a, bug or an issue that YouTube needs to look into? If you get hundreds and hundreds of content creators responding back that their channel's fault all of a sudden got terminated within the past month or so, that's a massive bug and an issue.
guys have to acknowledge that something at least went wrong for you guys to falsely terminate channels, because you guys brought the channels back. So you guys are already acknowledging the channel terminations were false. So longtime viewers of mine know I could use a million examples in this situation, but let's just go ahead and use this most recent example of my false community guideline strike. So basically, I just made a video telling YouTube, hey, there's this bad channel that's exploiting kids, you should take it down. They ended up taking down that channel. I made a response video thanking YouTube for doing it, and then they took down that response video and said I didn't follow their child safety policy. Okay, so then I go ahead and appeal that strike, and then they say, yeah, buddy, so we looked at it, and yeah, you're a stupid idiot. Your child safety policy ban is still going to be upheld. Your channel's removed, and you're ugly.
Hey Pikachu, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Yeah, YouTube tends to do this a lot. I don't know why YouTube does this. Again, I feel like this is done through strictly AI and not human. And so you can technically appeal it if you ask for a human verification to do this, but like, it's a hit and miss.
There you go. So remember, according to YouTube, that means that a second person looked at it. First, that first person looked at it to strike me in the first place, and now a second person has looked at it and double confirmed and said, you know what, buddy, your video is wrong and it should be banned. And that's our final decision. We won't be putting your content back up on YouTube. So then guess what happened? Out of nowhere, my strike got randomly removed. So what was this, YouTube? Human error? A bug?
See, that's an issue. If it just gets removed randomly, then yeah, it's probably a bug.
Bug or something? What was it? I mean, we already know that there was a bug involved, because Ender mentioned several other creators, dozens of creators were proving with this screenshot that they were all getting banned for the same reason, that they were falsely associated with this channel that had gotten multiple copyright
Channel ID.
strikes. So if that's not a bug,
Who is that channel? Some random Japanese channel, Korean? Japanese, whatever the symbols are. Yo, I can't tell Korean from Japanese to Chinese. It's very difficult.
then what is?
I also personally read through every single post and reply I was tagged in, and many, many more. And my personal takeaway is that there's some confusion about YouTube's policies and what is and is not allowed on the platform. For example, in the channel terminations that were reviewed and upheld, there were examples of creators mass uploading content with the sole purpose of gaining views, likes, or other.
This you're not allowed. Sub for sub, that is a big no-no. It's basically when you're asking for like, asking for subscribing to your content and then you'll subscribe back to them. Don't do that. You'll get banned. No question of doubt. Don't ever do that. It's a big no-no. Also, mass uploading content. Like, that will never work in terms of growth and getting views, because at that point what YouTube will end up doing is blacklisting your channel and basically your channel become invisible. That's the
Engagement. Mass uploading auto-generated or low-value content. Mass uploading content scraped from other creators with minimal edits. Uploading content intended to mislead people to
See, this is why if you guys look at my entire video content, you guys will see that every single one of my videos have been edited, like crazy hard edited. Even though, yes, I upload some reviewed content of these content creators, I don't necessarily just like, upload the same video and be like, oh, hey, and do what I'm doing now, where I'm just like talking about that content creator like this. If this is your content where you're just like clicking on videos and watching the videos without any editing, you're going to get flagged by YouTube. You're not allowed to do this. This is why I do very little amount of content like this. And I've kind of pushed away from doing these type of contents because of that strike that I got recently. Um, so yeah, if I do any majority of my contents are now just gonna be like edited because I can easily repeal that and be like, yo, a lot majority of this content is mine. And I try to use under like if it's a 20-minute video per se, let's say if it's a 20-minute video, right? I try to use under 3 minutes of that entire footage. Under 3 minutes. Like this most recent video, where was it? I'm trying to give you guys a perfect example. This one. This one where we're talking about, what is it? This one right here. We're talking about G the Jijon guy. This dude. I used less than 2 minutes of his entire footage, and this was like a 15-minute long video. So definitely fair use, and most of it is actually me commenting and modifying the actual content itself as a whole and making somewhat fun of this, and that falls within fair use. So yeah, if you do content the way I do it, you should be good and go.
Click off platform. Content that would add shocking violence at the end of otherwise cute or animated videos, and a lot of other stuff that, whether everyone is aware of them or read them or not, really does violate YouTube's spam, deceptive practices, and scams policies.
Well, if those are the channels that you're targeting and they're actually doing what you said that they did, then yeah, obviously we all agree that those channels should be banned. But the problem is this enforcement doesn't seem to be linear at all on the website. The vast majority of people that I've seen getting banned for this reason, spam, deceptive practices, and scams policies, most of them uploaded content that didn't even have anything to do with like selling some sort of product or leading people offline. It would be like gaming videos or tech videos. What does that have to do with scam or deceptive practice?
Yeah, I will never do this type of stuff. You'll never see me be like, hey, look at this product. And if it is, it's going to be through an advertisement revenue and through a company. I'll have to link. And I'll have to do research. And it'll be a big company that would advertise me.
And he also mentioned auto-generated content that computers post without regard for quality or viewer experience. Okay, so basically AI-generated slop. Well, then how the hell are channels like this able to get 4 million subscribers while uploading this?
That's ridiculous. So, hold on. Let's see how they're doing. Super Cat League. 24 videos. Literally just short. This crazy Super Cat League. Hold on. Let me look it up. This is bullshit. Uh, Super Cat League. They change? Here, that's the correct one, right? Pretty sure that's the correct one. 4.19, 24 videos, 31. That's the right one. That is. Um, Here's the thing. The only reason that they got to where they were was because of these videos. Um, The first one, yeah, that's the only reason. Their other videos are well, this because of that? Why did they like what's the oh yep, that's the right one. Why did they change their channel name? That's my question. They changed their channel name, they changed the user tag, and they changed their entire like why? Like that's my question. Who the fuck are you? You don't even have any details about you? You just randomly upload AI slop generation? It's just like
Yes, no.
it's terrible.
Well, then how the hell are channels like this able to get 4 million subscribers while uploading this crap? They're just uploading videos of animals being stuck in a log of wood and just getting chopped
It's not necessarily giving them a lot of subscribers at this point.
to death. What the hell is happening? Does this not look mass produced to you? It's the same damn picture. It's just the freaking animals are changed, or it's
That's a good point. They're uploading the same content over and over. It's just different animals. So very valid point.
zoomed in or out. I mean, this is the type of stuff that you guys
Exact same title, exact same content concept. Literally the exact same like thing. Animals rescued hashtag. I mean, exact same. This is pretty much AI slop to an extreme where they're reproducing the same thing. But I don't know why they're doing this one specifically this far much. Like, this is crazy. Animal rescue, animal rescue, and there's so many. Why? When it doesn't even produce them high view rates.
should be banning on YouTube, but instead you guys push it out to the point where they're able to get 4 million subscribers. Most of us are probably not going to get 4 million subscribers if we do YouTube for the rest of our lives. And this channel getting 135 million views is uploading freaking Brock Lesnar the cat roided out of his mind, getting the freaking plane crash, and then this is supposed to be what quality content is? This isn't AI slop, this isn't auto-generated crap that should get banned? I'm sure you guys are banning thousands of channels that are violating your community guidelines. What we're saying is it doesn't seem to be consistent at all, and it seems to be people who get banned for like the most random stuff of all time. Dozens of YouTubers were getting banned for being associated with a channel that they had never seen or heard of in their entire life. How are you guys saying that that's not a bug?
A lot of other stuff that, whether everyone is aware of them or read them or not, really does violate YouTube's spam, deceptive practices, and scams policies. Same with circumvention policies. If one channel is terminated, other channels owned by the same person will also be terminated, existing and in the future, meaning every channel needs to follow YouTube's community guidelines to keep them.
Wait, what is this? Circumventing term? If YouTube should terminate your brand from using any other YouTube channels, you are also. Wait. So once you've been terminated, you can never make YouTube content again? Alright, just use. I'm not gonna say it.
All in good
I don't want to get threatened by YouTube.
standing. To help with all of this, YouTube is also working to provide more specific details to creators when content is removed. There's a lot of room for improvement here.
So yeah, I appreciate the video at least addressing everybody, but I am pretty disappointed in that response. Let's go ahead and move on to YouTube's official response as well. And I want to show you guys something. Just stick around near the end of the video on why I'm so disappointed in these two responses. So this is from Rob at Team YouTube. So he says, YouTube content moderation and appeals. Hi everyone, we're seeing a lot of questions tagging at Team YouTube and YouTube Liaison on social media about our content moderation systems and automation. This past week at Team YouTube worked with our trust and safety team to review hundreds of social media.
I would like to say I don't own any of this content. This is Deep Human's content fully, and please don't attack me for this Deep Human. I just like your content and I support you. And like he said, the more people that talk about this, the more they're aware. So it's pretty much awareness is what I'm looking at, if anything else.
media posts and corresponding YouTube channels outside of our typical workflow. So far, it's the exact copy and paste of what the other guy was saying. The vast majority of termination decisions were upheld, with only a handful of nuanced cases being overturned. We also confirmed that there were no bugs or issues in our systems. We did see screenshots of an old. Okay. So are you guys noticing anything here so far? It's the exact same thing. It sounds like the other guy just read this out in his video, or the other way around. They just saw that guy's video and typed
Yeah,
this out. So
that's
far, there hasn't
dumb.
even been a single thing different. In conversations with creators this past week, we identified a few opportunities to provide more education around certain policies and what is not allowed on YouTube. For example, in the channel terminations we reviewed and upheld, we saw examples of creators mass uploading content. Okay, so he pretty much, again, said the exact same thing. And in terms of the bugs thing, right? If this is true, and again, YouTube wants an open dialogue, right? So let's go ahead and have this conversation. If there were no bugs or known issues in our systems, explain how dozens, if not hundreds of channels were getting banned over the last week or so for being associated with this exact same channel.
How would you get associated with that? Like, how would you get associated with that? Who is? Let's see if Google AI can like figure out what this channel is about. I just want to know, like, can I just like images, Google images search? Can I just like search? I just want to know. That's open. Um, image file YouTube with it. This allow you to view your channel's content. The channel ID. If you'll give me the channel ID and then search. I don't think it'll do that. I like terminated. Huh? Okay. What did that click on? Raymond Chrome. What is this? This took down. Oh, here we go. What? Oh, okay. At least I get something here. No! Oh, okay. Wow. This random channel I found out just started talking about this random thing to post. Interesting. Okay, cool. Cool. I was just curious. 2.5K videos? That's a lot. Oh, 7 years. You know what? That's fair. 2,500 videos in 7 years. That's fine. It's fair. Anyway. Okay, cool. Still don't know what this channel's about, but cool. Read your chat. Hi, Banana. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? It just popped up to me like, do I read my chat? Yes, I do read my chat. But you literally just popped up less than a minute ago in my chat, so. I'm doing good. Just looking at this video from T Premier regarding to what happened in channel terminations and YouTube's horrible responses because they didn't really give any real explanation as to why these channels got terminated. And they were terminated from this one channel that was linked to their channel, even though it wasn't. Somehow, YouTube messed up on that. So, but this was like 5 days ago, their response on that. So,
Channel. How is that not a bug? How can you guys explain this to me? How did this happen? How did this channel get randomly linked to Enderman and all these other people? I swear I saw like close to 100 different people linking this screenshot on Twitter saying, wait, I got banned for being associated with the same channel too. So again, I don't understand how they don't consider that a bug. But anyways, back to the
See, he said hundreds. It's not just one or two. This is a massive bug that YouTube should have addressed and explained, but they just gave a half-ass excuse and made a half-ass video explaining nothing about this one issue bug in here at all.
statement, they actually did a little bit of like a Q&A at the end of the post over here. So it says, does YouTube use automation for content moderation? Yes, we use a mix of
Does not
automation and
help.
human review and have for many years.
They need to address the issue as to why hundreds of people got terminated for the same reason. That's the thing they should have addressed.
With hundreds of hours of videos uploaded, we use automation to catch harmful content quickly and accurately. Well, the problem with this is a lot of times you guys say this, but then people are posting screenshots and messages of their appeals getting denied within just a few minutes. Like 3 minutes later, after somebody submits an appeal, they can sometimes get a response back and it'll say, sorry, buddy, yep, we carefully reviewed everything. And guess what? Your shit's still banned, buddy. Tough luck. And if you guys just admitted that you used automation in those cases, I guess we could come to terms with that. But in those cases, you guys say after careful human review. That's what you guys always say whenever you guys review an appeal. After careful human review, we've decided that your content violates our guidelines.
So the first time that they respond, it will be full AI generated, right? The second time, it may not do human review. And so, yeah.
How can you guys carefully review it in 3 minutes? Explain that. What if YouTube gets it wrong? If you think we should take another look at the community guidelines, we encourage you to appeal directly in YouTube Studio. Then mistakes happen. There are a team of people working behind the scenes to fix them. And then again, that's the situation. After I do the appeal, and as I showed earlier in this video, you guys say, we took another look, careful human review, and we do confirm, we double confirm that your content violates our guidelines. So then how come later when I make some noise on Twitter, then all of a sudden it gets fixed? Were the first two people that were looking at my content just wearing a blindfold or something? Like, I don't know what happened. So let's get to why I'm disappointed in these two responses if it isn't already clear enough. First and foremost, right, go ahead and scan this document. You can find it on the YouTube help page. Go ahead and find this dude on Twitter. Did they apologize once? Am I going crazy here? Did you guys hear one apology? I didn't hear shit. I heard no apologies for, hey, you know what? Even though we are banning thousands of channels and we are, upholding most of the decisions, we do realize in their own words that there have been a handful of channels that we've reinstated and overturned some
How many
decisions.
many YouTube channels got banned
So,
because of this? Does it say? Let me see. Is it in November? There you go, 5 days ago. Um, does it say how many channels they banned? It doesn't, but it's... Hmm. Doesn't say. PWR, hi, welcome to the stream. Can I tell you something? Yeah, go for it. Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. His name is Henry Burton. Who is Henry Burton? I think you said hi to me too already, Pikachu. If I didn't say hi to you earlier on, sorry about that. But hi. Hi, Pikachu. Yeah, it doesn't tell us how many channels they got wrongfully terminated. But this wasn't the response that people were looking for.
why don't you guys say sorry? You know what? I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Sorry that you guys were falsely terminated. We made a mistake, and going forward, we're going to make sure that doesn't happen again. You guys can't even apologize? Like, I don't know. It's just crazy to me.
You have a romantic relationship with a man? Oh, what? Why are we talking about this random topic? I'm so confused.
dependent on their YouTube channel. A lot of people do YouTube as their job. They really, really want to make sure that their content is getting pushed out. They put a lot of
I am gay, yes.
work into it. And so when you yeet their channel off, Thanos snap their channel off and Hakai it off the website all of a sudden, obviously it's going to be a really big impact, a detrimental impact to their funds. So when you just go ahead and just completely delete a channel without any sort of notice, strike, or any sort of warning, it's not satisfactory to just say, hey, you know, we did make a few mistakes, but you know, it is what it is. And I think a lot of you guys are confused about our rules. No, I mean, you guys could just say sorry, you know what I mean? Like, and I also didn't notice what they would be doing differently to make sure that this doesn't happen. They almost seemed like they basically were saying, yes, even though thousands of channels have gotten falsely terminated as of late, we're not doing anything differently. It's just all happening as normal. And that's the problem, because obviously it isn't. It's almost like they don't want to acknowledge that there's been a huge AI false ban wave on YouTube. And it's weird because their content creators are acknowledging it too. The biggest content creators on the platform are making videos about it, talking about it, and talking about how hard it is to get through YouTube's skull. I could keep ranting about it, but you guys get my point. Honestly, I thought the responses were very unsatisfactory.
Hi, Zane.
I didn't appreciate that there was no apology of any kind, and I also didn't appreciate the fact that they didn't even say anything differently that they're going to be doing moving forward. You guys made some mistakes. You guys fucked up, and at the end of the day, for
I don't have one.
you guys to not acknowledge this at all, especially that bug part, is weird, because as I
Xbox partner review November 20th 25 is coming out tomorrow at 1. Oh, I'm not sure what they're gonna be reviewing actually, or coming out with actually.
showed earlier, it was a bug for those channels like Endermanch to get banned for being associated with some random Japanese channel. You guys are saying that that wasn't a bug, that that was a part of your system? I mean, come on, just acknowledge where you went wrong. There's no big deal on that. But yeah, this video is long enough. I've been
Well, that was it. That's pretty much the YouTube news currently that's been happening for the past like month and a half. And so the YouTube ban wave is, I think it's kind of slowed down. YouTube is finally doing reviews on all those channels and unbanning them. The only other news that's current was the Twitch age ID verification for live streaming and YouTube's chat in terms of auto chat moderation things going on. So I'm actually ending the stream now because it's been going on for an hour, and I just wanted to do a quick review of what's been going on for the past month and a half on YouTube, and that's it. So I will see you guys next time. Please hit the like, subscribe, hit the elbow notification if you haven't done so, and bye.